Welcome to the College Football Prop Show presented by LineStar. I'm Shannon Sommerville with your top 4 college football player prop bets that you can find on Underdog, Sleeper, Chalkboard, and Parlay Play. By the way, if you don't have those apps, download them and use the promo code LineStar so you can get a nice deposit match plus 1 free month of the LineStar app. And then the tool that I'm using to help me find the best value in the prop market, as always, is the Props AI tool on the LineStar app, which you can check out for yourself at linestarapp.com. I will be referencing it throughout this video. So again, if you'd like to visit for yourself, linestarapp.com, check it out. And again, with our partners' apps and using the promo code LineStar, you can get 1 free month to just take it for a free test spin. So take advantage of those deals. Before we get rolling here in our player prop bets, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. It's the holiday season. In the giving spirit, give us a little love here on the LineStar YouTube channel. We would greatly appreciate it. But we will also appreciate it because we get to give out some money. If we go 4-0 on our picks, one randomly selected commenter will win $50. Got to be in it to win it. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment below, and you're in it to win it. All right, let's talk about these games. First, I do need to start off with a disclaimer. The college football playoffs are likely going to be wild. Let's buckle up, but let's also bet responsibly. And in this contest, I'm just looking to have some fun, sprinkling in a couple half units here and there in terms of the betting. Not looking to make money, I'm just having some fun with it. Usually when we get to the playoffs of any sport, I kind of dial it back a little bit because I feel like there's greater edge to be had in the regular season than there is in the playoffs. The lines are a lot sharper, so it's a little bit tougher to find some really great edge. That being said, I still have some picks that I really like this week, and we're going to start off with them. Let's go to Tennessee and their quarterback, Nico Iamaleava, over 17.5 rushing yards. I'll tell you what, of all the props, I think this one might be my favorite. LineStar and the consensus are on our side in this one. Nico's averaging 26 rush yards per game and has been over in 7 of 12 games. Yes, I know he's going up against Ohio State, one of the best rush defenses in the country, but 5 quarterbacks have gone over this. And when I took a closer look, we had Penn State's Drew Allar put up 31. Nebraska's Dylan Raiola had 31. Oregon's Dylan Gabriel had 32. Even Marshall's Stone Earl, yes, Stone Earl, 23 rushing yards for him. Akron's Taj Bullock to start the season had 42 for Akron against Ohio State. Nico can absolutely get there. He's a quarterback who's a dual threat quarterback who can get it done with his legs when he needs to. And I think he's going to need to in this one. He had 18 rushing yards versus another really good defense in Georgia. And he also had 44 versus Alabama. He's a guy who, if he needs to make plays with his feet, he's going to do it. And I think he's going to need to in this one against a good defense. But I could see a few design runs here and there. Let's go Nico Iamaleava over 17.5 rushing yards in this one. And let's go to the flip side. Ohio State in this one. I'm looking at their running back and a receiving yards line here. Quinshon Judkins over 7.5 receiving yards. LineStar and the consensus are with the over here at 9. And that's what Judkins is averaging. And he's been over in half of the games this season. So why do I like it for this game against Tennessee that's got a great defense? They're 4th in total defense. They have great cornerbacks. They're 28th in sack percentage. I just think this game script might play into some short passes to some of the running backs in this one. And that line at 7.5 just seems kind of low for a guy like Judkins who really can hit that in just one reception. So I like Judkins here, especially given the fact that I think Tennessee is going to bring the house. They're going to have to find some quick release throws to some of those running backs to get rid of the ball quickly. Tennessee allows 10.9 receiving yards to running backs, so I like the spot here for Judkins to clear the over on 7.5 receiving yards. Next up, let's go to Penn State and their wide receiver, Harrison Wallace, over 38.5 receiving yards. Wallace's projection is 47. The consensus is at 48. Remember that a consensus projection is basically an average of all of the other industry leaders and their respective projections. Harrison Wallace, averaging 58 per game, has been over in 8 of 10 games. Listen, he had 59 against Oregon, a team that's 9th in opponent pass yards. He had 45 versus Ohio State, a team allowing the 2nd fewest pass yards per game in college football. And this week going up against SMU, they have a great rush defense, but they have been gashed in the passing game. They only allow 2.8 yards per rush, which is third best in college football, but they allow 241 passing yards per game, which is 95th. I think the path to victory, especially early on in this game, is going to be for Penn State to find guys like Harrison Wallace open for some receiving yards in this one. Penn State is minus 8.5, but count SMU out at your peril, which I did. In that ACC championship game, I thought Clemson was going to roll over SMU in that one. I was wrong. Well, I was right for the first half, but then SMU came back in the second half and made it a ball game. They didn't end up winning that game, but they showed a lot of resilience. So I think that 8.5 number for Penn State might be a little bit too high. So if you're betting the sides in this one, I don't mind a little sprinkle on SMU to cover that. But for our purposes here with our player prop bet, we're going to go Harrison Wallace over 38.5 receiving yards. I still think Penn State's going to have to throw the ball a bit in this one. And lastly, let's go to Clemson's running back, Phil Mafah. I hate to do it, but we got to go with the under here on 45.5 rushing yards. Yes, I know Phil Mafah is an absolute beast, averaging 85 rush yards per game, but I'm concerned about his health. He had just 28 in the ACC championship game. Now, we know that he's been dealing with a shoulder injury. Dabo Swinney said so, and that actually might require surgery at the end of the season. So that's concerning in this one. He did have 66 rush yards against South Carolina in their last game of the regular season, and that's a team that's 17th in opponent rushing yards per game. But now you're going up against an even better rush defense in Texas. They rank 12th in that category. I also think the game script here favors Texas and 12.5 point favorites in this one. So that definitely favors Texas getting out to an early lead in this one. And Clemson could have to throw the ball a lot more and be way more aggressive in their passing game in order to play catch up in this one, which is kind of how the odds makers are anticipating this matchup. So we're going to go Phil Mafah under 45.5 rushing yards. So we're going with those four, throwing them on an entry on Underdog. Let me know what you think, though. If there's some picks you like, some picks you don't like, would love to hear from you in the comments at the end of the day. We're all just trying to help each other out and beat the book. So if you've got any locks, drop them below. Would love to hear from you guys. Remember, it also enters you into the prop bets contest. So if we go 4-0, one randomly selected commenter will win $60. We'll announce that on the next show that we do for college football playoff prop bets. Can't believe it's already here. Looking forward to some great college football. Also, the holiday season is coming up, so just wanted to wish you and all of your loved ones a happy holidays from us here at LineStar. We so appreciate your support here on our LineStar YouTube channel. So best of luck to you in all of your prop betting endeavors. Remember to bet responsibly. Best of luck. Go crush it out there. We'll see you next time.